Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Cobra Satchel toy review. In this part 5 final review, we'll be looking at the San Diego Comic-Con International exclusive released in 2009 by Hasbro, the Invaders box set, and this is the final figure we'll be reviewing, Namor. Now, Namor is not my favorite character. In fact, I really hate the bastard because he's an arrogant asshole who thinks with his penis. Back in the 80s when I read the comics, especially on the Fantastic Four comics, and I really don't like reading those, is every time he seizes Sue Richards, he wants to screw her. And make her his queen. Fast forward up to the 2010 for his current storyline, he is now hooking up with Emma Frost. And because Emma Frost has bigger tits, and because Emma Frost managed to use simple seductive charms to screw his mind, Namor here is now becoming becoming her personal lapdog with some persuasion, just to tickle him here, tickle him there, typical Namor. Now, artwork for Namor here is a current artwork, so it looks really nice, and the packaging itself is normal. I already explained in my previous 3 to 4 reviews. We have the 70 years of Marvel Comics here with 6 of the characters displayed here, and label here is in green. And as always, do a comparison on the Marvel Universe font to this bullseye packaging. It's more cleaner for this section. It's more filthier and more weathered down. And at the back is about the same too. It's all weathered down. You got a bio of Namor, Nick Fury here. Become a SHIELD agent at furyfiles.com. This is quite old actually. With the new packaging, it's now replaced by Norman Osborn to become a Hammer agent. Now, you got the picture of the figure itself. In the front, he actually don't have a lot of accessories. He has the trident and the seashell horn. And judging by the paint job on the shadow lines on the muscle lines itself, it looks like he's covered in sand. Then again, he is an Atlantean race, so yeah, he comes out of the sea and then start rolling around in the beach just to make himself sexy. Sorry. Anyways, that's all I'm going to talk about the packaging. Let's open up this figure out and see what can he impress us about, because so far I'm not very impressed with some of the figures, so let's hope this one turns out good. Stay tuned. And we're back after removing the figure and the accessories up from the packaging. Now, like all Marvel Universe packaging, it comes with this stupid file folder that stated top secret on the top. A character card, flimsy one. Here we have Namor coming out of the seawater. And on the other side, it states War Department. You got Namor's image on one side here, and on the bottom it says Mutant. His name is Namor Mackenzie, codename Submariner. Hair black, eyes blue-gray, height 6'2", weight 320 pounds, sex male. His powers: when in contact with water, strength levels reach class 100 range, superhuman stamina and durability, can withstand extreme underwater pressure and superhuman agility, reflexes and speed, can fly while fin-like wings on ankles. Well, there's a lot to read actually. Here we have the letter. I really wish they don't even pack this in with the figure, but well, what can we do? This is a letter from General Thaddeus Keystone to all the military personnel, stating that to give Namor as much respect as possible, to bootleg him, to kiss his ass, and not give him disrespect because he's half human, and that he will only respect you when he thinks that you're worthy of it. So I really don't like Namor that much because, as I said before, he's an arrogant asshole who thinks with his penis. Now, let's take a look at the figure itself. It doesn't come with a base stand as usual. This is a G.I. Joe base stand. Comes with a spear, oh sorry, it's a trident and a seashell horn. The trident itself is not painted, it's just a yellow plastic, and the handle are so thin, very flimsy. His right hand, his fingers are so close to the end of the palm that sometimes it's really pain in the ass to try to place the handle into his hand. And a lot of times I tried to pull it out, it felt like I'm almost wanting to break the trident. So that's not a really good sign. The seashell horn here, on the other hand, as you can see, is enclosed. At the end tip of the handle, you can place it at the bottom of the fingers there, because it's now at the bottom of the fingers. The gap is bigger, so you can place it in. But this hand can't hold the end part of the trident's handle, so that's a bad point. The seashell horn is all smudged up with the paint job, but then again, it's forgivable because, well, it's a seashell horn from beach. What can you expect? And I'm trying to pull this out. Oop, I knocked the camera, sorry. Now, let's take a look at the paint job on the figure. The figure looks like someone chucked the figure into a puddle of mud and then scoop it out and brush the mud off and let it dry. And this is what I think, because a lot of this muscle shadow lines over his body, it's all very messy. Look at this tie. And then you can see this leg here, the shin here, there's a shadow line there and the other side doesn't. It's all messy. You can see very dirty paint job. Look at the back here. Side of the ears as well is all smudged up, and on the other side it's not painted. The corner forehead is also smudged up a little bit. It's really dirty. Now, the underpants that he's wearing, I really wish the scales are sculpted instead of, drawn. You got the scales here. I don't want to bring it close because it doesn't seem to focus that well. So at this range, I think if you squint your eye a little bit, you can see it. There's the scales here. The other rest of the stuff is all bare. So same goes here. The scales are here, and everything is bare. I really wish it's sculpted, but it doesn't. It doesn't have those sculpt. Here you have a nice S logo. It's not smudged. Face itself is quite detailed. Luckily enough, his eyes is nicely painted. His face and the shadow lines are nicely painted. Thank God. And the top part of the hair itself is painted white, but there's a lot of excess plastic coming out, so I'll have to find some time to snip it off. Now, articulation wise, you can turn the head 360 degrees. No need to pivot the head up and down because it doesn't make any difference. The body can only turn one side like this and the other side like so. So it doesn't bother me that much. Arms, however, is the greatest part of this figure, is because it closes in very nicely, as you can see. It doesn't spread all the way like so. Arms can spread all the way up like that. Upper bicep can turn 360 degrees. Elbow joint can bend like so. This wrist joint is frozen, so that really pisses me off. Wrist joint here can turn 360 degrees. Hip joint here can actually bend all the way like so. So this is not bad. This is not bad at all. Ankle joint, the knee joint is double jointed. And the ankle joint can turn 360 degrees, but can't pivot up and down. And as you can see, there's tiny little wings on the ankle now. It's very tiny, so you have to be extra careful and not break it. So overall, if I'm going to give a rating on this figure, I'd say I'll just give it a 5 out of 10. He's not bad with the articulation, except for the wrist there, and maybe the torso a little bit. But paint job wise, he looks really dirty. Okay, granted he's from Atlantean, but come on, look at him. He looks more cleaner than this. So yeah, a 5 out of 10, and this is the end review for the San Diego Comic Con International for the Invaders box set. This is Lucy 05. I'm signing off.